Welcome back to GameVault HQ. Imagine a world where an isolated, forbidden land conceals more than meets the eye. Mystery, survival, and danger lurking in every corner. That's exactly what Albatross delivers. Today, we're diving into this atmospheric adventure that's been making waves. So grab your gear, and let's explore whether Albatross is worth your time and attention. Albatross is developed by Among Giants and published by SOEDESCO. It puts you in the shoes of Isla, a protagonist on a quest to find her missing brother in a mysterious region known as the Forbidden Lands. Right from the get-go, you sense the uneasy mix of beauty and danger. The visuals do a lot of heavy lifting here. The environment, with its moody lighting and detailed textures, sucks you in. It's a landscape that's beautiful on the surface, but look closer, and the harshness of its untamed wilderness becomes almost palpable. You can tell that a lot of thought went into crafting an atmosphere that keeps you guessing. The eerie background score only adds to this suspense, making every rustle of leaves or distant cries seem like a sign of danger. The story in Albatross unfolds piece by piece, and that pacing plays to its strengths. You're not spoon-fed anything. Instead, you uncover information through interactions, environmental clues, and remnants of the past. It feels a lot like being a detective, piecing together what happened and what might be coming next. The developers have done a great job in making the exploration rewarding. You genuinely feel compelled to push further into the shadows just to figure out what the heck happened in these mysterious lands. The gameplay itself is a combination of exploration, resource management, and survival. There's no hand-holding, which I found refreshing. You'll have to use your wits to gather supplies and make it through alive. Resources are scarce, and you need to find supplies, manage health, and upgrade your abilities to tackle the challenges ahead. It manages to be challenging without being unfair, which is a fine line to tread. There were a few times I found myself scratching my head, but the aha moments felt genuine and satisfying. One of the standout elements for me was how Albatross balances its survival aspects. It's not a hardcore survival game, you won't be starving or micromanaging stats, but you do have to scavenge for resources carefully. Items are limited, and every decision to use them carries weight. The scarcity of supplies really ties into the tense atmosphere. Every health pack or valuable item you find feels like a victory. And let me tell you, when you hear those creepy ambient sounds and realize you're down to your last flashlight battery, well, that's when the tension is real. A game like Albatross lives or dies by its world building, and the Forbidden Lands themselves are almost like a character that hates you and wants you gone. The abandoned paths, rugged mountain trails, and decaying ruins all tell a story, and it's up to you to figure out how they fit into the broader narrative. The game keeps you constantly curious, wanting to explore that next shadowy valley or climb that foreboding ridge. There's a real sense of isolation throughout, like the environment is testing you, keeping you at the edge of your seat, wondering what's next. Now, Albatross isn't without its issues. The pacing, while effective in setting up the suspense, can sometimes feel a bit too slow. There were moments where I wish things would move forward a bit quicker, especially after spending quite some time trying to find that one object to progress. There were also minor technical glitches, a door that wouldn't open right away, or a texture that seemed out of place, but these were pretty rare and didn't significantly detract from the experience. It is worth noting, however, that some players have reported performance issues such as frame rate drops, particularly at higher resolutions, which can affect the overall experience. The game's strength is in its ability to draw you in, and it succeeds more often than not. The soundtrack deserves a shout-out too. It's the kind that knows when to lay low and when to spike your anxiety. Whether you're quietly wandering through a dense forest or sprinting away from something that you'd rather not see, the sound design keeps you immersed. This isn't a game that relies on cheap jump scares. Instead, it cultivates a sense of dread that follows you throughout, and a lot of that is down to its smart use of sound. I also have to mention the character design. You're alone for most of the game, and when you do stumble upon signs of life, they're unsettling, to say the least. This loneliness works for the game, creating a feeling that whatever might be out there is probably not friendly. Albatross takes advantage of that primal fear of isolation, and it's a strong point in the overall experience. So, is Albatross worth your time? If you're a fan of survival games that lean into exploration and atmosphere, I'd say yes. It's got enough tension, resource management, and story to keep you intrigued. and the forbidden lands themselves are beautifully oppressive in the best possible way. The pacing can sometimes be a drag, but if you're willing to soak in the world, there's a lot here to love. We give Albatroz an 8 out of 10. It's an atmospheric journey that rewards patience and curiosity with just enough chills to keep you on edge. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more game reviews, and let us know your thoughts on Albatroz in the comments below. Your feedback helps us improve and keeps the GameVault HQ community thriving.